Hey guys, so I'm Rachel Wilson and I am doing Lab 4 for my A-State Physical Science Lab course. So the objective of this lab is to observe the differences between the physical and chemical changes in relation to food. So let's get started. Okay, so now I am going to take my room temperature heavy whipping cream and place it in this jar, and I'm only supposed to fill it halfway, so alright, we'll say that's about half. And I'm going to screw the lid back on very, very tightly. And I'm going to shake the jar about 20 times. And we'll see what it looks like then. Alright, so we have effectively shaken our jar 20 times, and now we're going to open the lid just slightly, just to make sure that we don't have any extra pressure that's building up. And then we are just going to continue shaking it. Okay guys, so we have shaken our jar for about 2 minutes and it's kind of solidified. I didn't really hear any shaking of the liquid afterwards, so don't know if you can see it very well. That's what it looks like. You can see that it's kind of solid to where I poured it in earlier it really wasn't. So now I am ready to taste it. So I tasted it and it kind of tastes like milk, and you know, just it kind of tastes like a fluffy milk flavor. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. That's how it tastes. The texture of it looks kind of, like I said, it looks fluffy. It tastes smooth, which really surprised me. Yeah, it's just really, really, really fluffy right now. So that is for that at 2 minutes, and we are just going to continue shaking it for about 5 to 6 minutes more and see what it looks like. Okay guys, so I've officially been shaking for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, there is a considerable difference between this time and the last time. See all that extra liquid in there, and then you see that solidness around the jar and right in the middle. So that means that we are now at 7 minutes, and I'm going to taste it to see if there is significant difference. Ooh, look at that. I'm scared. This is obviously a lot more solid than the first time. It still tastes like room temperature milk, which I guess it is. It tastes a lot more fatty than it did the first time, because that part right there that looks like butter. And so let's see, it kind of tastes silky almost, if that makes sense. yeah, kind of tastes like a little silky. So I'm going to shake this up maybe about a minute or two more, just to see if any more of the liquid will turn buttery, and we will go from there. So after shaking up for about 2 minutes more, I can't really tell if some more of the liquid turned into butter. It looks like it did. But at this point, it took my heavy cream about 9 minutes to get to this stage. So what we are gently going to do, we are gently going to pour cold water into the jar after I pour out that milky stuff, which is the buttermilk. Okay guys, so I have officially separated my butter from my buttermilk, and now I'm going to pour the water in it. I don't know how much water to pour, but we're gonna hope for the best. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. And now I'm going to shake it about 5 times and keep pouring out the water and repeating the process until the water just comes out clear. I'm not going to add any salt to mine. It's just easier. Salted butter does taste a bit better, but I'm not going to add any to mine. So this is the first rinse of the water. As you can see, it still looks like the original buttermilk that we got rid of. This is the second time. It's a lot clearer. As you can see, I lost a small pieces of butter, but that's okay. That's okay. So this is the third time. We're making progress. Making progress. So I am guessing that I'm probably gonna have to do this maybe 2 to 3 more times, and it'll come out perfectly clear like we want it. So this would be about the 3rd or 4th time, if I'm correct. Okay, this is the next time. So my hypothesis was maybe just a little off, but we're still working on it. So this would be about the sixth time. Looks really similar to the last one. So this is the 7th time. It looks clear. Well, now it doesn't. It almost looked clear, but it's getting better. So this is the 8th time. Okay guys, so my water finally came back clear, and this is my 20th time pouring out that. Didn't think it would take this long, but here we are. So that is the end of part 1. So next we are gonna make some toast. Okay guys, so I have my 2 pieces of bread. I'm using bagel slices instead of like regular bread slices, but it's the same principle. So I have already torn this piece of bread in half. The bread is very soft. It's very soft. It's very easy to like squish. Same with this piece. And so now I'm gonna taste it. It tastes like a regular piece of bread. Like just nothing has been done to it. It's just a plain bagel piece. And by me tearing it in half, it's still bread. Nothing else happened to it. No chemical changes were done. It's still bread. And now we are going to toast our bread with the butter that we made. Okay guys, I have my toasted and slightly burnt bagel. Oops. I toasted mine on both sides. And despite the temperature difference that it's hot, I can tell you that it is not as soft and like squishy as regular bread is. This side is like, it's kind of harder. The surface on it is a little harder to the point where you can hear that crunch, and you couldn't hear that when you were testing the other bread. So I'm gonna put a little of our butter mixture on it and tell you the difference. And like y'all, I just took it off, so my butter is melting due to heat. So it does taste firmer at the top and the bottom where I toasted it, compared to the bread where it was really soft. And both of them are really good. I just prefer the toasted bread. But guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you for Lab 5.